I'm fine, thank you.
So first things first, I want to appreciate you coming, your time. I'm very sure you were busy with other things, but you made time. So I'm very grateful.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, this is another, it's a podcast episode, another one of Youth Voices, debunking climate myths. So we'll be talking with different youths, majorly in Edo State and a few other states. So being in Rivers State is very amazing. So that we could link up and we could meet because like I mentioned earlier to you personally, seeing the work you'll be doing, the videos you'll be putting, they seem very inspiring and very interesting and very authentic. So for our audience and people watching, please can you just introduce yourself a bit?
Hi everyone, my name is Perfect Jonzik. I'm the communications and media person for We the People. I'm also a climate activist and a storyteller, basically.
All right, cool, very interesting. So, can you just walk us through how you're using media, like on a personal note, because apparently you work with an NGO, We the People.
Yes, We the People.
All right, maybe first of all, just tell us a bit about We the People and what you do for them before going to your personal.
Okay, We the People is a non-governmental organization in Nigeria, based in the Niger Delta. So we work around climate change, energy, public accountability, human rights, just transition and all of that. So what I do for We the People as a communications and media person is basically to collaborate with other organizations, engage communities, produce documentaries and all of that to send our messages across concerning human rights and environmental issues.
So is that what prompted you to get into it personally outside of work?
Okay, yeah, so going into climate advocacy using videos and all of that actually was stirred by my participation with the African Climate Stories Fellowship. So when I was a cohort there, I got to understand that there are so many ways you can actually advocate for the environment, for climate. They shared with us a lot of tools. So I just had to start kicking up from there. After my first project, which was the climate and gender in Niger Delta.
Did you have any personal experience that spurred up this ginger, this fire, and this zeal?
Yes, of course. I was born to a pastor. I am born to a pastor rather, and for my father and the whole family would go from different communities in Niger Delta for the missionary journey and all of that. So I discovered that the issues of the Niger Delta they are connected, they are profound, they are disproportionate. Every community we went to, there are a lot of gas flare, oil spills in the rivers and all of that. So as a child, I didn't know what these things were, right? But my brother was diagnosed of asthma, and this was as a result of constant inhalation of gas flare. So when I started making my research, I looked at it because I saw my parents cry for my brother, so in the night when he has an asthma attack. So I felt really bad. And I also have a younger sister that has problem with acidic rain. As a child, she was beaten under the acidic rain, precisely in Okrika, and she cannot actually go under the rain as an adult now, right? So I felt like, okay, I should lend my voice out there to make people aware that these issues are real, they are existential, they are lived realities of people, they're not just data and statistics. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Right. So for you, what has been the most interesting, topic you've treated, like among all the content of
I think I'm very interested in women, gender, and children. So for me, whenever I'm making videos of women, children, when it comes to the intersection with climate change and environmental issues, I really get this fulfillment. Yeah.
That's amazing. So now, just for other people that are in this space or would like to lend their voice in this struggle, how has your process been? Do you do it alone? Do you have a team? What's it like? How deciding what to talk about?
Okay.
Is it just
Yeah, so first of all, because I don't have a timetable of my content because I'm just a starter, right? So talking about issues, first of all, I wake up in the morning, I go on Twitter and I see what is trending about environmental issues. And then I pick from there to create my content. So if the issue of divestment is what is on the internet, the media is talking about it, I'll talk about divestment in my video, yeah, because I'm trying to make it in sync with the reality. So for a team, I don't really have a team working with me, but I try to collaborate with youths, feature them in my videos, just to create good aesthetics and all of that, yeah.
So in other words, you're saying that it's possible to start on your own without waiting to have a sophisticated or serious team?
Yes, so I even started with a trial. It's not something I decided to start doing. Yes, I was in the office one day. I didn't have much work to do, so I just said, okay, let me talk about climate change. Yeah, so I said, okay, let me talk about climate change because I like using my phone to film, so why don't I just talk about climate change and see how it goes? So after making that video, I saw that it came out well. I said, okay, let me put it out there and see the reaction. And everyone was commenting, people were engaging, people were saying we need something, like we need more of this. And I felt, wow, so people really needed this kind of content. So why not? I started making videos from there.
All right, so funny, that's always my follow-up question. How has been the reaction? Have you had any reaction that's made you want to say, okay, I'm not doing it again?
Yes, there's a lot of reactions like that. A lot of people who are not proponents of, what's it called now? Who are not agreeing with the fact that oil companies are actually the cause of pollution and all of that. They will come into my DM, they will say a lot of things. Some of them even come in the guise of, telling me to do something for them. Perfect, can you do this video for me? Talk about oil spills, in fact, address the use of the Niger Delta. Let them know that bunkering is not the way out. And these people are trying to change my perspective or my theory from pollution is caused by the industry to pollution is caused by Niger Delta youth. So there's a lot of those kind of messages in my DM. People that will say, what is the way forward? If you're saying that we should end fossil fuel, okay, what is your contribution to how the energy structure should be? And there's a lot of backlash from my family, my cousins, a lot of people who are working with the oil industry. So they'll come into my DM, perfect, you don't even know what you're saying, you don't even have, data and statistics and all of that. And those are the challenges, right? A lot of challenges like that.
All right, so how do you back up your answer? Do you also make reference to other, let's say, activists, because automatically you're an activist?
Yes.
Maybe more people in the field, more experience in the field. Do you get them involved, or how do you respond to these people that are trying to drag you down?
So if I get questions that I cannot answer, I go to a mentor, a coach or something to give me answers. And of course,
can you give a shout out to the two mentors?
So I want to give a shout out to Dr. Nimobasi and my boss, of course, Ken Enshaw. Yes.
That's nice. That's nice. So basically, that's very, thank you for the information you've shared. And I think people now know that they can start something without worrying too much about every tiny detail.
Yes.
And they should also be aware that you will meet one or two challenging blocks, but keep on going and keep on strategizing. So yeah, so basically, TN, the Young Environmentalist Network, we are working on a project that we titled Climate Justice Culture for Youths. And yeah, so basically we're working on debunking sensing climate myths, because like you said, people come with solutions that are widely accepted by everybody, but people analyze those things and okay, maybe this is not what it is. So just to ask, what are certain climate myths that you've heard, some things that don't sit well with you, that you see a lot of young people embracing in the country? Okay,
yeah, so from the School of Ecology that I've attended, I've got to know that there are a lot of climate myths like carbon offsets, carbon marketing, geoengineering and all of that. And from studies, I've discovered that they're actually not a real solution to the climate crisis. So those are the kind of myths that people are postulating, sharing, creating awareness about, and basically I don't agree with them.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. So what's your advice to the Nigerian youths concerning climate justice?
Okay, so for my advice on how they can go about advocacy or what?
Advocacy, and even in their own little way, any.
So I feel like Nigerian youths are doing a lot. So if you go to the internet space, you discover there are a lot of youth-led organizations like Subsea Vibes, Plug in Nigeria, a lot of them. I even know of an organization in the Niger Delta, Port Harcourt precisely, that actually is like a digital magazine. They actually highlight people's work and all of that. So youth can fall into any of these categories. You can volunteer, you can bring people together, campaign. You can just use a placard, wake up in the morning, go outside and tell the government it's enough, end fossil fuel. You can do anything you want to do. If you want to go into content creation like me, you don't have to be perfect. You start by leveraging the tools that are around you. We have CapCut, we have Canva. You can use graphics to send your messages. You can use anything that your hands find to do. And also, don't forget the place of research. Don't forget the place of education. You have to educate yourself. You have to be ready for the people, for the online wolves that will come after you. Basically, that's what I would say.
So thank you once again for coming. But one last thing you're going to answer for us.
Okay.
Where can we find you? Where can we find your content?
Okay, my contents are everywhere on social media. I leverage LinkedIn a lot, LinkedIn and Instagram. So you can find me on Instagram at Port Harcourt Church Girl, LinkedIn at Perfect John Dick, Facebook Perfect John Dick, and Twitter Perfect John Dick. Yes.
All right, cool. So thank you once again. Wonderful and insightful discussion.
Thank you so much for having me.
So thank you. Hopefully we'll keep on talking. I'll also be retweeting and liking and sharing your content. So make sure that people hear.
Yes, I think I have something to say to those that want to be content creators. So I have a lot of questions. People in my DM telling me your content are not going as viral as it's supposed to be. Your video is clean. The thing is, people are not interested in your niche. If you talk about climate advocacy online, you don't have enough traction because people don't even know about the climate issues. They're not interested in it. What is she saying? If you're doing something like a joke, fun, everybody will come to you. But that doesn't need to deter you. Check your impressions, check your insights, check your demography. Like, go to the back end of your content. You discover that your post is actually going viral, even if nobody's putting a like on it. So just keep on doing what you're doing. Don't be discouraged by the likes and the reactions.
So very grateful for your time with us, and to everyone, to the youths out there that have been listening. It's very important for you to remember that you can make a difference. You can take a step, no matter how small it is. It's important to start. Sometimes we're focused on too much details, but sometimes it's even more important to just kick it on, start it. The whole picture will become clearer as you go. So it's also as important to, as she said, make your own research, keep on reading, keep on building yourself, network. There are lots of people that are more advanced, that have more knowledge. Do not discount them, but get them involved. And I'm sure with all that and lending your voice one way or the other, I'm sure that more people would know, and more people would get involved, and this will become a mainstream issue and topic. So thank you once again, and join us next time.
Thank you.
And thank you, Perfect John Dick.
Thank you so much.